Hey guys, it's the Pumpkin Plum Bob. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the second episode of the Great Simlish Bake Off. Now, at the end of the last episode, I asked you to vote for the two worst bakers. So we had Carly and Jace, and you were voting for those two bakers for who you wanted to stay. I'll let you know who won that vote and lost that vote in just a moment. But something that happened after the last episode, so as soon as I finished playing that last Bake Off, I hit pause, or so I thought, on the game, didn't save it, went off to cook my dinner and everything, came back about 3 hours later and realised that I hadn't actually paused the game. I'm not sure how long it had been running because it had paused itself, you know, like when a bubble pops up with some message. So it had paused itself, thankfully. But a lot of them had sort of like maxed out their baking skill and stuff. So what I've had to do just to keep everything fair for this episode is I've set everybody's baking skill back to 2 so that they're all starting from the same point, and then we can monitor the growth from there. Looks like they've been busy planting trees and things in these grow boxes. Doesn't seem like any of them have really gotten to know each other that well. They're all at very basic levels of friendship. Something else that I had done was I had actually locked the doors to the house and to the bake-off tent. I think I'd locked the doors to the house so that when they were baking they wouldn't run off in there. So like they had no access to food or anything. So I think I must have disabled their need decay before I was baking with them, because none of them were in a bad state. They're all happy, so at least I'd done that and nobody died. They didn't set any fires or anything. Everyone's still intact, thankfully. So yeah, I've like I said, I've set the bacon levels back to 2, so to keep it fair. Something which I have done is a lot of you said that you'd like to see the Sims interacting a bit more, and they had a very basic house before. It was tiny and just had like one sofa, so I've gone and built them a little bit of a better house. So basically what I've done is, like, before it was just one story, so I've taken out the whole of the bottom floor, placed it with like a nice living room, kitchen diner and a bathroom. And then upstairs, I've just kept the same sort of thing with the 4 bedrooms with 2 single beds in each, just because I didn't want this house to take up too much room and I didn't want it to be like 3 stories tall. So yeah, they've just got some bit more nicely decorated bedrooms up here, and they've got 2 bathrooms up here. So hopefully there's enough baths and toilets and everything for everybody. So I think what we'll do, seeing as it's night time, I think we'll just let them play out the night, see how they go. I'm literally just going to let them do whatever they want to do, and then in the morning I'll sort of get them refreshed, get them ready to spend the day baking. And I think in the morning that'll be when I let you know who is going to be leaving. So I'm just going to hit play, and I think I will actually follow Athena around for a bit, just see what she wants to do. I mean, they're all just stood here, not really doing anything. I guess that's all you can do when you've been locked out of your house. Or actually, something else that happened was Shayna had gotten a job. I can't remember what. Oh god, she's still got her job. I need to make her quit. So she is a caterer, unsurprisingly, and she'd gotten up to level 3. So I mean, I must have left this for quite a while. That's at least a couple of days, isn't it? So yeah, she needs to quit her job. unfortunately. So I think I've learnt my lesson now to save the game. Even if I'm gonna leave it open and, you know, pause, just make sure that I save it first. Oh no, I think she's gonna be sad now. Or maybe that music is just a bit misleading. This guy here, Horatio, he is an eager beaver. He'd maxed out his baking skill. He'd maxed out his cooking skill. Where is he? Yeah, so I'm going to leave him with maxed out cooking because, you know, that's not to do with baking really. We're not going to be doing any actual cooking exercises or anything during this. It's all going to be baking related, so that's fine. He's also gourmet cooking as well. He's been playing the guitar, apparently. I didn't even know he had a guitar. I don't know where he got that. But, I mean, he's level 8 fitness. I have a sneaking suspicion, because I didn't really remember looking at all of the skills at the end of the last one, except for the baking skill. So I'm wondering if, like, maybe he came to us with skills, because that's a lot of skills to have for a short amount of time. Oh, this is Shayna. I was wondering who this was, and it's Shayna in her work uniform. So let's make her get changed out of that. They're literally not doing anything, so I'm gonna get some of them chatting to each other. I think I'm gonna get Shayna and Carly to become friends. I feel like they seem like they would be friends. They're both sort of the same age. And I'm also going to get her talking to Nikolai. Maybe this can be like a little gang. So while I do that, I think I'll get Nora talking with Jace. Athena and Fatima already know each other. Well, they knew each other in the game that they were sent to me from. So I do think that they should be friends. What is Nora doing? She's just stood there. Also, somebody clarified to me in the comments on the last videos that Nora, they looked at her gender settings on the gallery and they let me know that Nora is a she. So I will be calling Nora she. So thank you so much for letting me know that. And I think Horatio's still just stood there doing nothing. These Sims aren't very proactive. You can go talk to these two ladies. So I realised that I had turned the autonomy off on another game that I was playing yesterday, so that's obviously why they all just stood around doing absolutely nothing. So I have put their autonomy back on, and now hopefully they'll start interacting with each other naturally, and we'll start seeing some friendships, maybe some, what's the opposite of friendships? Enemy ships emerging. But see, now they're all off doing their own thing because I put their autonomy on. I think what I might do though is get Horatio, seeing as he's a master chef, who's researching plants. I might get him to cook a nice big meal, and I think I'm going to get him to harvest all these bell peppers. Yeah, they can harvest them all, then we'll have some peppers, and I don't know if we'll actually be able to bake anything with the peppers, but who knows. But actually, yeah, so I'm going to get him to harvest that. Maybe you can use the bell peppers to cook something nice, actually. Oh, they have leftovers in the fridge. I wonder what they have. Let's have a look. Let's open the fridge, see who's been cooking. Cancel. Oh, it's all of the cakes, of course, that they cooked. So they can have a nice dessert after their meal. Someone's been baking some minty mocha cupcakes. So what can we get him to cook? Oh, we don't really have ingredients for anything, so I'm just going to turn off the fresh ingredients. And he could maybe make spinach frittata. Yeah, he can make a party size. This is too much for a family, isn't it? 8 people. Not for long though, soon be down to 7. I think every episode it'll get a bit easier to sort of keep track of all the Sims, because having 8 of them, it is a lot. Oh, he's gone into the bake-off tent. Why won't you just use the kitchen? There's a whole kitchen that I just built for you yesterday. I mean, I have put stuff on all the side tops, to be fair, but I'm sure he could work around it. Oh, so we have some flirty Sims. Nora, Carly, Nikolai. I wonder who's flirting with who. Why did they feel flirty? They watched a rom-com, so it made them all feel flirty. Where are they all going? Grab a cupcake. I'm pretty sure they could have grabbed cupcakes from the house. I think I'm going to have to start locking the bake-off tent. I think this is why I've locked the bake-off tent, so that they don't all come in here. Oh, we've got a little bit of waving going across the table between these 2 flirty Sims. I'm going to get Nikolai to flirt with Carly. Let's have a look. What can he do? Compliment appearance. We'll start off simple. We won't go too heavy. So I know I put the staircase in a really annoying place, but I basically put in this whole ground floor and didn't think about putting in the first floor. So I kind of just had to bung a staircase in wherever I could. And I had a plant here, so I just moved the plant out, put the staircase here, and then had, room for a corridor. Thankfully it was right in the centre almost of the house. But yeah, so I need to sort of pre-plan things a bit better, I think, next time. Next time I'm building, I always forget one thing. It's always like one really important thing. And it quite often is a staircase. But I mean, with these new staircases that are coming out, the modular ones, maybe that'll be okay, because I mean, with the staircases that we have in the game, it's really annoying because they take up so many squares, whereas now maybe we can sort of piece them and move them around things. I mean, they're still going to take up squares, but you know what I mean. Might be able to slot them into pre-built houses a bit better if I do forget to put in the staircases. So I wonder how this flirting is going. I feel like, oh, they're acquaintances. Maybe that made it go down. Let's try a pick-up line, see how that goes. I mean, she's feeling flirty. Oh, she liked it. She doesn't like Nora, apparently. I wonder what the beef is there. She needs the toilet, but she's not going, so I'm just gonna... Oh, there's probably a big line for toilets now. Every time I try send one to the toilet, the next one is gonna go to the toilet as well. This is too much with 8 Sims. I think this is why I'm gonna need to put disable need decay on while they're baking, just because if all 8 of them are needing to be running off to the toilet every 2 seconds, it's gonna get on my nerves. It really is. Alright, let's get these 2 to carry on chatting. Nora is a bit tense from feeling uncreative. Oh, what can we do to get her feeling creative? Maybe she can do some writing. Oh, she can play a game to undo the tenseness. I'm not really gonna do the seasons things in this game because I think there's just too much to be going on. Yeah, I'm just gonna end on holidays because it's too much with 8 Sims and baking and yada yada yada. There's a holiday like every day, so it's gonna get a little bit too much. But yeah, I'm gonna get her writing, I think. If she's a creative sim and she needs to feel creative, maybe that's what she can do. Oh, it's 6:24 in the morning. I mean, the need decay has been enabled, so they're all doing fine. None of them needed to sleep, apparently. I'm just gonna send them to sleep for a few hours, even if they're not tired. I'm just gonna send them to sleep so that they can be fully rested for the morning. So I realised that I'd actually aimed to start this game with like an even amount of female and male Sims, but I actually have 5 female Sims and 3 males, so I'm making Carly and Nikolai share a room. This isn't Love Island, I promise, but I mean one of them's going to be going soon anyway, so somebody's going to get their own room. So yeah, I'm just sending them all off for a little sleep. Right, so it is 2 PM, so they've all, the sleeping pattern's a little bit messed up. I'm going to get them all up now. I'm going to make Horatio go and cook some lunch for them quickly. I need something vegetarian. They can have mac and cheese. So something I actually didn't do was when I altered the Sims when they came to me, I went in and changed their appearance a little bit with some of them, or just changed their outfits because of some of the packs I didn't have. I didn't have their hairs and the clothes, but I didn't actually change all of the outfits. I mainly just did their everyday outfits and their party and formal wear. I didn't do their sort of sleepwear and stuff, so if some of them appear a little bit different, that might be why. I think they're mostly okay, but I just have no idea what any of these outfits look like, so I'm sure they're fine. I trust the people that sent them to me. Oh, everybody's going out in the rain. I don't understand why they've gone out in the rain. They're all going to get food, that's the problem. Oh my goodness, right. I'm gonna sort these lot out. I'm gonna get them having their breakfast and whatnot, get them inside, and then you'll see them again ready for us to find out who is leaving. Okay, so we are back with all our bakers ready to go. We have our judges here and our presenters, although Sue's hair is, oh yeah, it's glitching out a bit, I was gonna say. That's better now. Now it's gonna be really hard to sort of have the judges in here, a lot and controlling them and stuff, because obviously I have 8 people in the contestants' family, so if I want to control the judges, I need to switch back to their family, bring them over here, and then if I'm playing as those guys, then I can't control the contestants, etc, etc. So I think what I'm going to do is they'll just make a brief appearance, every now and then in each episode, probably to tell us who's going and who's staying. Speaking of which, it's time for us to find out who is leaving. So it was between Carly and Jace, and unfortunately for Jace, Carly won 80% of the vote to stay. So you guys must really like Carly. I can see why. She's a gorgeous sim. As I said last episode, she was made by my friend Lois Ann. Definitely check out her channel. If you like the look of Carly, you might like some of her cast videos. So unfortunately, it's time for Jace to leave the family. So let me just go get rid of Jace. We can have a little quick goodbye to our judges, who I promise you will see more of, just not when I have 8 Sims to control, because it's a little bit too much, but I'll go in on a close-up. So we've got Paul and Mary, and we've got Mel and Sue. And like I think I said in the last episode, I do want to get Noel and Prue and Sandy in as well at some point. I just need to make them, or hopefully find gallery versions of them. Okay, so we are back, and unfortunately Jace is no more. So the judges, I did ask them to leave. Well, I got Jace to ask them to leave before I kicked them out. Looks like they're just taking, you know, some cakes from the fridge, but that's fine. So let's get these guys cooking. Like I said, this time I'm not going to build their little enclosures. I'm gonna just see how it goes. Hopefully they're not like... My main issue is that I won't be able to figure out where all the cakes are and whose cake is whose, blah blah blah, but I'm sure it will be fine. So obviously, like I said, I've set their skill levels down to 2, so I think this time we might try some powdered donuts for their first bake. So let me go tell them all to bake those, and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so we're back and I've set them off baking. Also, this time for this episode, I've got them some aprons. I thought I had these already installed in the game for the last episode, and I couldn't find them anywhere. And I realised it's because it was a RAR file, the custom content. It wasn't your average package file, and I didn't even realise, so I had to sort of unzip that and everything. Okay, who is struggling? Let's have a look. We have an extra counter now, so they should, you know, they should be able to bake. Where have they gone? I think Carly also isn't baking. Right, I think everybody is away now. Maybe Fatima's not. Oh no, she is. She is. She's just doing it a little bit more slowly than everybody else. I just got a notification that says play The Sims for 5 hours. I'm pretty sure I hit that mark a long time ago. Right, so I think everybody except for Nikolai had finished their donuts, because Horatia and Shayna, I cannot find their donuts anywhere, but their baking skill has gone up. So either they've started cooking and then just stopped, or the donuts have just disappeared. But like I said, we're going to be judging this on whose baking skill is going up the most, rather than the quality of the bakes, because they all just turn out excellent anyway, at least for the time being, until they're baking something a little bit more difficult, and then we might see different, you know, qualities of the bake. So all the judges are gonna go now. It is kind of late at night. This series is gonna be at really random times. We're going to lock the door behind them so none of our bakers can escape. Let's lock for everybody. They've all got their needs need decay disabled anyway. So let's get these all put away. I didn't realise, I've never really done baking before, so I didn't realise that you could actually sell your bakes. That's quite cool. So I have 2 different types of aprons. I've got these little ones here, and then I've got the full ones. And these as well, even today I was struggling to find these in cast because they're actually saved under hats of all the places. Like, why not just make them an accessory? But also they're only classed as feminine, so for the men, they were the first ones I was looking for was for a male sim. So then I realised that I needed to get rid of the masculine dress code thing, and then I found it there. So they've all got nice different patterns. I like Shayna's and Carly's the most. I thought I'd pick ones that sort of match their outfits or personalities. So what are we going to bake for our second bake of the day? Let's have a look. Let's try something a bit more difficult. Let's go up to level 3 and let's do some carrot cake cupcakes. Okay, scrap the carrot cake cupcakes because not everybody can do them yet. So let's go to bread. I think everybody should be able to bake bread. Okay, so let's see how they do baking their bread. Is everybody gonna get it first time? Athena, maybe not. Oh! I think everybody's actually started baking at the same time for once for the very first thing. It's whether any of them stop and put their ingredients down now. So, like, our two best bakers at this moment are Athena. She is sort of towards the end of level 2. Only her and Shayna had the ability to bake the level 3 bakes. Everybody else stopped at level 2. It does really bug me that they use this side of the counters.
It's not realistic. It's just not realistic.
But it's fine, it's fine. So yeah, Shayna as well. She's quite close behind Athena, I think. Oh, actually not as close as I thought. She's just a little bit ahead of everybody else. Oh, Horatio, are you finished? I don't know why this is happening. I'm trying to click. Maybe he's just waiting for it to cook. What's the problem? What is the problem now? So Horatio, I don't know, again, he's lost his bake again. I don't know if he puts it down and somebody else comes along and picks it up, because Shayna is up here with bread that, well, unless she just carried her own bread over there. But I honestly don't know what Horatio's problem is. Everybody else seemed to reach level 3 before Athena, even though she was really, really close. Okay, so everybody's breads are done now. They all look excellent, of course, as usual. So let's see. I think we're just going to need to get... Some of them are feeling a bit uncomfortable because it's really dirty. So I'm just going to get people cleaning up a little bit, putting these breads away so that we've got a bit of space, you know, to carry on baking. Okay, so now it's a little bit tidier in here. Let's go and see what we can bake. In fact, you know what? Every time I press on the oven, it has issues. So now when I'm telling them to bake, I'm going to the fridge first. So let's see if they can bake the level 3. I think everybody's jumped up to level 3 now. So let's start with a coconut cake. Okay, so they can all do coconut cake. So I decided to do fruit pie. I went through every single sim to do fruit pie. Everyone could do it, and then I got to Shayna, the last one, and she can't do a fruit pie, so she's gonna do chocolate chip cookies, I think. But I'm just giving everybody else with the fruit pie. It's all level 3 baking, so it should be fine. So let's set them off to bake. Horatio's having issues again. Is he stuck? He like literally won't. Oh, maybe Shayna's in his way. Okay, so I think everybody is away baking now. Finally. We have a couple of inspired Sims. Nora is very inspired. It really freaks me out when they all just stop at the same time and do nothing. Like, I always think that the game's broken, you know, that they're frozen. Something's wrong. Maybe something is wrong, but I don't know, is this like proofing? Are they proofing the dough or something? Oh no. What now? They're all trying to use the same oven. There are literally 8 ovens in this room. Shayna is stealing other people's bakes. What are you doing, Shayna?
I have a lot of questions. Number 1, how dare you?
She just goes and she picks up other people's stuff. And I think she always keeps stealing Horatio's bakes as well. I'm gonna let Horatio take it back. Sorry, Shayna. If your bake's gone missing, that's your problem. Sorry, I keep pulling it out to the walls. I've got a new mouse and I'm just getting used to it. Oh, this is why there's like food on the floor. This is why they're all feeling uncomfortable. Okay, so I think we have all our fruit pies. I think everybody's... Oh, we're just waiting for Horatio's. Honestly, we have a thief in our midst. But she's stealing bakes. Why would you steal other people's uncooked cakes and pies and finish them yourself? Like, what is happening to her bakes? Is she just losing hers? So she's like, oh, I've got to take everybody else's so that I can get baking points and, you know, win the competition. Right, so let's go in and have a look at how everybody is doing bake-wise. So Shayna is the very bottom and Nikolai is just one above her. So I'm gonna put a vote up for who you want to save between Nikolai and Shayna. Maybe Shayna's behaviour in this episode will affect your vote. Who knows, maybe their bonding with other Sims will affect your vote. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to try and sway the vote at all. I really want to see how this plays out with your votes. But yeah, so make sure to check that link. I will put it down below in the description. Follow me on Twitter as well. I'll probably link to it there. I think I'm at the Pumpkin Plumbob. Let me just check that. Okay, so I'm at pumpkin_plumbob. So I don't even know my own Twitter handle without checking it, but there you go. So at pumpkin_plumbob. The Pumpkin Plumbob is quite a hard username to get everywhere. You wouldn't think so, but apparently a few people have already used it before me, so I had to improvise a little bit, get rid of the in the username. So yeah, I hope that you have enjoyed the second episode of Bake Off. I hope it's been a little bit more interesting. The first episode, like I said last week, there was a lot going on. I had to introduce all of the Sims. I didn't really know what I was going to be doing with the series yet. So hopefully there's a bit more structure now, and every week we'll get to see a little bit more interaction between the Sims because there's not going to be as many of them. I am going to be trying to post this once a week, either on a Wednesday or a Thursday. It will definitely be at least once a week. If I can do 2 in a week, I will try my hardest, but I think it is mostly going to be a once a week that these episodes come out. Normally a day or so after the actual Great British Bake Off episodes. I haven't actually watched yesterday's yet. I do need to catch up on that. Now that I filmed this, I can do that. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode, like I said, and if you did, make sure to thumbs up and subscribe, hit that bell button so you can get notifications for the Bake Off series. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you thought down in the comments. I'll catch you next time.